Hi everybody, we're here in Water Armagh, and I'm here with Tiffiny Quinn, who is the chairperson of Ireland's ice swimming, and we're just here at the Irish Ice Swimming Championships where we have 26 swimmers competing in water temperature of 4.9 degrees. So just want to say fantastic venue, Tiffiny, and your new task, your new job.
Thank you very much. Yeah, this is an amazing venue, and we've been really lucky to have the access to it for the last 3 years. It's pretty much known as the kind of gold standard for recovery. We have an amazing hot towel recovery, sauna and jacuzzi, which is pretty much why people come. So it kind of takes the bite out of ice swimming. You know that you'll be recovered well, you know that you can push your limits here. And as a result, we've got lots of new blood coming to the event this year, because people can swim in safety and know that they can really see what their body can do.
Excellent. And Irish ice swimming in general, I mean, I can see a lot of new faces here today that I've never seen before, that we encourage people to try and get into the sport in a safe manner, especially in Wild Water Armagh, because we've developed a lot of safety mechanisms here. I mean, what would you say to people? Would they start off slow, or would they go straight into a start a kilometre, or would they?
No, I mean, I think with everything, and particularly with ice swimming, you need to build up your endurance, and especially with ice swimming, in fact, because it's not just about distance, but it's about your body's ability to handle the cold. So we would always say start slow, get out before you feel you're in trouble, and enjoy it. So if you stop enjoying it, it's probably time to get out. So we would always say, start with 100, start with 200, build it up slowly, swim through the winter. So as the temperature drops, you gradually acclimatise. And from my own personal experience, the difference between my swimming now and when I started is unbelievable. In terms of my recovery, unfortunately, I'm no faster, but I definitely, I don't shiver as much, I don't struggle as much, and I genuinely enjoy it.
Excellent. And I see a lot of trends changing, especially in women in ice swimming, which is all I've been watching for the past few years. That I see more not only women competing, but they're actually now starting to overtake some of the men's stuff. Recently, there we had the German swimmer, IISA, who swam, I think, maybe 5 seconds faster.
Yeah, she was. I think it was 12:38 in the German nationals this year.
So
she was the fastest. She's now got the world record. No, I think it's a really exciting time for women's ice swimming. It's one of the sports. Endurance sports seem to be a sport where women can actually excel.
Absolutely.
We've seen it with the marathon, the ultra runner, and now we're seeing it in ice swimming. And some say it's to do with our fat distribution. I like to think it's that we're bloody minded, and we just keep going. And when the things get tough, and we can deal with pain. But it's great. It's great to see a sport that's not just completely male dominated. It's a lot of equality in ice swimming.
No, I'm seeing that very much so, and it's nice to see, because men tend to rush into it, and we all got it done next minute. We're bored with that now. But women tend to be excelling it, because they just take a few years, and then all of a sudden then they start to dominate.
There's a really nice community. In ice swimming in general. That's completely, the men and the women are all lovely in ice swimming. But there's a particularly supportive environment, and I think women excel in supportive environments. And ice swimming is just particularly supported environment, and everybody looks out for each other.
That's right.
And so I think that women are kind of more comfortable pushing themselves, knowing that they have this support network. And I'm really proud to be part of a sport that is so supportive, and Armagh is, as I said, it's the gold standard for support, and that's why so many people get into it, because they're supported, they're encouraged. You'll hear the cheers behind us. It's just a lovely thing to be part of, and it makes you feel amazing. People always ask, why do we do it? We do it for the endorphins, as we like to call them. They make us really, really excited and happy, and the people we're surrounded with are amazing, and you're pushing your body, and it's a challenge.
Absolutely. And we have this year, you have the third World Championship ice swimming, which is in Murmansk in March, and you have a full Irish team.
We do.
Approximately 8. Approximately 8.
With 8 doing the 1K, and then I think we have about 14 in total, because we have a lot of people doing shorter events. So I'm doing shorter events myself, as are you, I think. It's a really good, strong team. I have some plans on medals. So
don't say it to camera now, Tiffiny.
Watch out, Russia! Here we come. Yeah.
But they, no, that's great, because I mean Russia is a different environment that we tend to hopefully give back some of our experiences, your experiences, my experiences, towards other swimmers that are looking to excel in Russia and reach their goals or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Russia is a very different prospect to what we have
Yeah.
here in Armagh. You know, we're in one way blessed, in one way cursed today that, you know, we have 4.9, but it's quite mild air today. We won't have these conditions in Russia. Russia,
Yeah.
we're going to have zero water, and we're going to have minus 20, if not
Yeah.
minus 30 air. It's hugely extreme conditions. So we have some ice bath challenges coming up for our...
okay.
So,
Right.
so some ice baths, and we have a lot of training. We're really lucky that in Dublin now we have a training facility in Clontarf Baths, which we've been really fortunate to get access to, and we really
Absolutely.
appreciate the access that we've been given.
Yeah.
And that's been really bringing on, I suppose, Leinster ice swimming. So we have a short course here today, where people who would never have got into a competitive event before have decided, you know what, we've been swimming all year, let's give it a go. So we're really excited for the afternoon,
nice.
because we have some really fun events coming up.
And just regarding the ice baths, I mean, I know I seen it before 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, some people frown upon the ice baths as it kind of doesn't have the same effect of swimming. Obviously it doesn't, because you're sitting static.
Yeah.
But I mean, in your experience, I introduced you to ice baths a few years ago, and then you went to Siberia with me. I mean, what you got from the ice bath, and what you gained from it in Siberia? Would you just talk me through that, or how did you feel?
I mean, what it gives you is that instant cold, because that's what's different in Siberia, is that, you know, when you do a swim like here, it's cold, and then you gradually get colder, and you get your hands start to claw, and then you're completely numb. But it's a gradual process. In Siberia, you go from normal to completely numb as soon as you're in, and the ice bath gives you that experience.
Yeah.
You feel what it's like to be instantly in zero water,
Yeah.
and to be honest, you wish you were moving. So the ice bath I find harder in a way, because you're not moving. You've nothing to fight against the cold. You
Yeah.
literally have to go into yourself. And so it's a really good way to start training your brain to remind yourself that you can do this. So I find it a kind of almost like a meditation.
Yeah.
And you know, the meditative bit gets you through the hard part, because the middle couple of 100 meters of an ice care
I'm not going to make it.
are
Fear.
torture. Yeah.
Fear, yeah.
So you can kind of draw on the practice you had in the ice bath, and you know, to be honest, it gets a bit competitive in the ice bath. Who's going to stay in the longest? But that's what you need. I mean, and you know, we're not silly. We don't stay in any longer than you would do a K in.
Yeah.
But you can hold that in your head. Remember, I've done this before, and that's really powerful when you're hurting and you're trying to dig deep. You can go, I've done this before.
Yeah.
So I think it's really useful too.
Good. Well, that's good to hear, because it was always mixed reactions I got from it, but I think it's been good to me to give you that body shock that you're, you know, approximately going to spend 20 minutes in a 1 degree, or not, sorry, in 1,000 meters or whatever your time is, but still it's such a shock to the body. It's to get that body ready for that, you know. And it's funny, just as we're talking here now, I'm actually watching Patricia Heffernan and Lisa Finn, and they're actually two deaf swimmers, by the way, that we've done a lot of work with and a lot of training with, and they're both doing 1,000 meters here at the minute. You can see Patricia there in the background, and Lisa, and to me that's the way it's developed, where we have now a deaf community that we support and we assist, and some of them are coming to Russia with us as well. So,
and they're fantastic swimmers. So.
And exactly, fantastic swimmers. But this shows you the passion that's there, that we want to pass on to everybody else. Okay, Tiffany.
Okay,
thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.